Welcome to College Sport Check Basketball, presented by Long Island's Community Radio for this Sunday, December the 4th. Scores and schedule, but first, the College Sport Check Basketball scoreboard, and we have a ton of scores today. We're going to get right into it, starting with number 11 UCLA defeating Kentucky 97-92. Villanova, number 2 Villanova defeats St. Peter's 88 to 57. Number 4 Kansas over Stanford 89-74. Number 5 Duke defeats Maine 94-55. Number 25 West Virginia over number 6 Virginia 66-57. Number 9 Baylor defeats number 7 Xavier 76-61. Number 8 Gonzaga defeating number 16 Arizona 69-62. Number 10 Creighton over Akron 82-70. And number 14 Louisville defeats Grand Canyon 79-70. Number 15 Purdue over Morehead State 90-56. Number 17 Wisconsin over Oklahoma 90-70. Number 18 Butler defeats Central Arkansas 82-58. Providence defeating number 21 Rhode Island 63-60. Number 22 Syracuse defeating North Florida 77-71, and number 23 Oregon defeating Savannah State 128-59. Cleveland State over Thune-Cookman 73-62. Wake Forest over Richmond 75-67. South Dakota State defeating UMKC 77-68. Citadel over South Carolina Upstate 97-92. This is the College Sport Check Basketball scoreboard. Ole Miss defeats Memphis 85-77. Michigan over Kennesaw State 82-55. UNC Wilmington defeats Pfeiffer 126-113. Tennessee over Georgia Tech 81-58. Hartford over Sacred Heart 87-79 in overtime. Stetson defeats Florida College 101-69. Central Florida over Massachusetts Omaha over Iowa 98-89. George Washington defeats South Florida 68-67. LaSalle over Bucknell 83-73. Nebraska over South Dakota State 73-61. IPFW defeating Miami of Ohio 87-71. Racing fans, visit the home of Motorsports Talk at motorsportsradio.net and catch the latest episode of Motorsports Radio's Pit Stop. This is the College Sports Basketball scoreboard. Now for more scores, we got a ton of them today. We're going to get right. All right. Illinois defeating VCU 64-46. Oakland over Southern Utah 78-68. Wyoming over Northern Iowa 81-73. Missouri over Western Kentucky 59-56. Texas Arlington over North Texas 77-61. And Chicago State defeating Western Illinois 83-76 in overtime. Stephen F. Austin, they defeat Centenary, Louisiana, 90-59. Fresno State over Drake, 78-76 in OT. Western Colorado over Appalachian State, 58-53. Ohio over Bryant, 79-53. Howard over American University, 71-54. Temple defeats Penn, 70-62. Loyola Chicago defeating San Diego State, 65-59. Loyola Maryland defeating Mount St. Mary, 64-57. Eastern Kentucky over Marshall, 89-80. Little Rock over Tulsa, 72-62. Furman over the Navy, 79-46. Northern New Mexico and Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado wins this one 97-73. St. Bonaventure over Buffalo 90-84. San Diego over Northern Arizona 82-65. Back after this. All right, welcome back. This is College Sports Check Basketball Scoreboard. George Mason defeating Mercer 79-68. Florida A&M over Southern Utah over Florida A&M 83-71. California over Alcorn State 83-59. Incarnate Word defeating LIU Brooklyn 90-79. Army West Point defeats St. Francis of Brooklyn 76-56. And then Hampton defeating William and Mary 79-69. Ohio State over Fairleigh Dickinson 70-62. Central Michigan over Arkansas Pine Bluff 82-59. North Carolina State defeating Boston University 77-73. Michigan State over Oral Roberts 82-76. Southern Illinois, they defeat Texas Southern 74-70. Houston over Prairie View A&M 105-61. Campbell over Colgate 73-71 in OT. East Carolina defeats North Carolina Central 69-59. Tennessee State over Lipscomb 72-71. Wichita State over Colorado State 82-67. Penn State over Wright State 72-50. James Madison over Longwood 71-59. Abilene Christian over Charleston Southern 85-82 in OT. Miami of Florida defeating Wofford at 74-57. Stony Brook over Northwestern 77-75. Go Seawolves. Northern Kentucky defeating Norfolk State 72-61. Charlotte defeats New Orleans 69-66. Louisiana Tech over Southeastern Louisiana 88-59. Cal State Northridge over Idaho State 79-76. Hofstra over Florida Atlantic 88-80. Drexel over High Point 78-72. Siena over Fairfield 80-73. Gardner Webb defeats VMI 86-68. All right, we got Rutgers defeating Morgan State 72-58. Green Bay over Toledo 78-77 in OT. UNC Greensboro defeating Liberty University 72-65. New Hampshire over Holy Cross 56-53. Binghamton defeating St. Francis of PA 73-70. Sam Houston State over LSU Shreveport 91-59. Portland State defeating Texas Grand Valley Rio Grande 87-74. Nevada over Bradley 91-69. USC defeating BYU 91-84. TCU defeating Arkansas State 77-54. Youngstown State over Oberlin 87-72. Arkansas over Austin Peay 99-62. Kansas State defeats St. Louis 84-53. Minnesota, they defeat Vanderbilt 56-52. Illinois State over New Mexico 79-74. Belmont over Pepperdine 85-77. Murray State defeating Detroit 86-76. Arizona State over UNLV 97-73. Middle Tennessee defeating South Alabama 67-55. Sacramento State defeating California Merced 81-54. Auburn over Alabama Birmingham 74-70. Air Force defeating Missouri State 83-70. Cal State Fullerton over Pacific 78-77. Northwestern State defeats UTEP 79-67. Montana over Milwaukee 75-69. Check out the Indie Music Showcase featuring the latest episode of The Deuce Show. The Deuce Show number 378, now on demand all week long. CommunityRadioLI.com and click the College Sport Check button. Alright, this is College Sport Check Basketball, 7 days a week. Spreaker.com, #sports, and at Long Island's Community Radio, CommunityRadioLI.com, and you click the College Sport Check button. And here we have some more, the final stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We got 8 more to go, and we're done 132 games yesterday. New Mexico State defeating Long Beach State 93-85. Maryland over Oklahoma State 71-70. Denver defeating Weber State 57-55. Utah Valley over Texas San Antonio 75-71. Cal Poly over Texas A&M CC 82-70. Colorado defeating Portland 76-63. Idaho over UC Davis 68-66. And finally, San Jose State, and they defeat Santa Clara 40-55. All right. So that brings us to our next piece of business. Who's playing today? All right. And we're also going to have the football scores coming up on as well. CommunityRadio.com. You go there, you click the College Sport Check button, you'll see College Sport Check Football, College Sport Check Basketball. You hit the play button, and you're good to go. You'll get Community Radio and Spreaker business at the same time with traffic, and it works out for both of us. So CommunityRadio.com. You click the College Sport Check button, FB1 for football, BB1 for basketball. All right. Sunday, as today, 1:30. There's Ellen taking on Georgetown. This game is going to be on FS1. 4 games, for 2 o'clock. Marquette in Georgia on ESPNU. Florida International taking on South Carolina. That's going to be on the SEC network. And then we have Radford and North Carolina on ACC. Canisius takes on Monmouth on the ESPN3. 3 o'clock. Delaware State takes on SMU, Campbell and Citadel, those 2 games on ESPN3. Then we have 6 games set up for 4 o'clock this evening. It's going to be Southeastern Missouri State taking on Indiana on ESPN2, Florida State and George Washington on CBS Sports Network, Jacksonville State and Samford, Limestone and East Tennessee State, Niagara and Iona. Eastern Illinois takes on Illinois Chicago. Those games, ESPN3. And those are the 4 o'clock setup right there. 5 o'clock, Georgia State, Mississippi State, SEC Network. 6:15, Alabama State and Troy. 2 games for 7 o'clock, Coppin State and Clemson. And also North Carolina A&T takes on Notre Dame. Those 2 games on the ACC Network. Bowling Green and Cincinnati at 8 o'clock on ESPNU. All right, and that's going to do it for this week. Oh, let me see what's going on for Monday. We actually have next week's schedule here. All right. So, we constantly look for scores and schedules. That's what we do nonstop. It's a machine, ladies and gentlemen, and it's fun. Right, tomorrow, rundown for Monday, we have Cal State Northridge taking on St. John's. It's a 6:30 game on FS1. Stetson and Stetson and Iowa, Syracuse, Connecticut, Texas A&M, CC, Texas A&M. And that's it. Really only 3 games tomorrow on TV. A whole bunch of games on Tuesday, but we'll get to that tomorrow. All right, so I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. We're here 7 days a week, scores and schedule, all the way through the end of March Madness. College Sport Check Basketball, CommunityRadioLI.com. Click the College Sport Check button.